As we prepare for the extraordinary Mission Sunday on October the 20th that Pope Francis has invited us to observe, I find myself thinking about my youth and the experiences I had with missionaries. What do I mean by that? Well, I remember one of the things that impressed me very much was a trip to Auriesville, where of course I learned about the history of the North American martyrs, the Jesuit martyrs. And then also I remember visiting Maryknoll and being really intrigued by the stories of those heroic men, many of whom gave their lives for the gospel. So I figured to myself, anybody that's willing to die for something, there must be something real there. And I believe that was an instrumental part of my vocation. Belief that the gospel is real and it is worth giving my life for. And that's really what missionaries do, but not just in foreign countries. You know, the heart of missionary activity, the real soul of it, is evangelization, or I like to call it gospeling, whereby we see it as our personal responsibility as disciples to bring the good news of the love of Jesus to every person we meet. Now, some of those people may be much closer to us than foreign country where many missionaries go, but still just as distant. So we might think of ourselves as how can we be Jesus' presence to people in our lives who may be distant from us or distant from the Lord, or maybe both. That certainly is a missionary mission for each and every one of us. But on this extraordinary Missionary Sunday, Pope Francis has invited us to take that missionary awareness and to be aware of those who really make the incredible sacrifices of bringing the gospel to places where Jesus is not even known, where his love has not been proclaimed, where the celebration of that love has not been experienced in the sacramental life of the church. So we are going to support those wonderful missionaries who are great people. Many of them, I could tell you stories. We have many missionaries that you can read about in the Evangelist who actually came from this diocese, some of whom are martyrs. And we want to make sure that we continue to support the new generation of missionaries who bring the gospel to the farthest ends of the earth. So from home to the mission lands, we're all connected as missionary disciples of Christ. God bless you. Remember, October the 20th, I ask for your generosity, your prayer, and your presence to help support the missionary life of the church.